So good day guys, my name is Govoska, is Aviation and Other Jargons, and once again you're welcome back, and it's time for you to get more insight and more information about aviation. As an aviator, I've been bogged down by so many questions from people, friends, people who know you as an aviator and they're not. They're always asking you which airline is the best, which one they think is safe, which one do you think will not give them the deal. There is no better or there's no best airline. But the calls always come in most times when they're about to take a flight. They're asking you, which airline do you think I should book? So today on Aviation and Other Jargons, we'll just be talking about what those questions and what answers could be given and what is needed for you to make your choice when you're at that point of dilemma. So instead of asking questions like which airline is the best, which one will not give you delay, which one is safe, which one do you think is cheap, with this discussion between both of us, you watching me and me here, you understand the right decision to make. So if you're ready, like I'm ready, let's go. Definitely, you will be asked several times if you're an aviator when you have friends that are not in this industry, anytime they wish to take a flight. So there are so many things that always want to board a flight that will not give them delay. Everybody wants to go on a flight that will not give them delay. Everybody wants to go on a flight that is cheap, and everybody wants to go on a flight that, hey, they meet your needs actually. Because from my own definition, there is nothing like this is the best airline. An airline is considered to be the best when they meet your need at that particular time that you need them. Because if you term an airline the best airline at a point, at another point when they disappoint you, do you say that they are the worst airline? No, they are not. Because there are so many constraints, there are so many decisions need to be taken, there are so many issues from weather to operational issues to VIP movement that might tend to hamper or affect their operation. So you can't say they are the best and they can't say they are the worst. But if an airline could actually meet you at that point of your needs, if you need a flight at 10 a.m. and you can get a flight at 10 a.m. and get your destination safe, at that point they are the best. So today I'll be telling you another thing based on the feedback I got and from questions from you guys, that what are the things that could make an airline meet you at your point of need? One, the first thing they think about as a passenger is which one is expeditious, which one will not cause me delay. Then they go to which one is cheap. Some people are even scared of taking a turboprop. They actually want a Boeing 737 instead of a Dash 8 Delta, or they want an Airbus 320 or any form of Airbus instead of taking an ATR. But the issue is, at that point that you need them, can the ATR give you the service you need? If the ATR type of aircraft or the Dash 8 Delta type of aircraft or the Beech 19 or 35 can actually get you to your destination without delay, safe, then they are the best kind of airlines you need. Because what do you think could have caused some delays? I'll give you one example. As an aviator, the first thing an airline will always think about is safety. If they feel they cannot take off at that point due to safety, then they might be delayed. And if they actually think that the operational or navigational equipment at that point will not aid or is not in conformity with their type of aircraft or their own SOP, and they feel they need to wait to verify and check and be sure that everything at destination is okay before they take off, then they need to take off. Then that's what's on their mind before they take off. Unlike passengers that are always thinking of expeditiousness, an airline will always think of safety of the aircraft, of the passengers, of the crew, before they now think about, oh, what am I getting from this flight or from this destination? Is it viable for my flight? Is it viable for my airline? And do I think I can sustain this route based on the kind of passengers and the feedback I get? Because if you're an airline actually and you're hampered by weather and your SOP does not allow you to go beyond that minimum or above that minimum, and some SOP allow them to go in that kind of weather. Do you think the one going into that kind of weather is the best? For you, it's expeditious, but it could not have been the best. But in their own company SOP, it is allowed for them to go through that route. But when you talk about another airline, they feel they need to wait for that weather to develop and to improve. They need to get their actions right. They need to get the information right that, okay, the destination they are going is going to get them there at the right time and there will be no chaos. Because another thing about it is that if you go into that weather and there's severe turbulence, passengers are always going to talk about how that airline, that flight was not smooth, the aircraft was bumpy. But hey, you wanted expeditiousness and you wanted to go. So you go to that airline that will take you there at that time. But if you are to wait and for the weather to improve and for you to have a smooth flight, do you still think it's the best airline? For me, safety is key before expeditiousness. And that's what we think about. If I think I have to wait to be safe and then get you there on time, then I might probably be known as the best airline. But for you, if you think you just need to be there anyhow, any way, any manner, then you might probably think a little bit because backlash again will surely come from you. So if you now ask me, how can I get a cheap flight? Those are crazy things. Getting cheap flight with respect to thinking that should be the best airline, because people think if I can get a cheap flight, that airline is thinking about the masses, is thinking about people, then they can actually go and get the flight and they can go to their destination at the right time. If they think it's the best airline, then you have to think alike, because cheap things don't come easy. And when cheap things comes with baggages, some you can't take enough luggages in, you have to pay for extra luggage. It could just be some small bags for you to take in. Do you think you can just enjoy or go with that price? Or you want to go through an airline that is reasonable above the price you're thinking about and you can take what you need to go with? Or you have some form of entertainment, some form of refreshment on board, or you just want to sit and get to your destination? So asking me about which airline is the best is so generic. Different people, different definition of what the best is. Some might think the cheapest form of flight is the best. Some might think the ones that come with big airlines, big aircraft, the Airbus 320, big jumbo jets are the best. When they think people with small airlines, small aircraft, ATR, the Beach, and the rest in that category are not the best. And some might even think you just getting to the airport, booking your flight easy, comfort is their own definition of the best. So what do you think is the best? In your mind, what do you think? What do you think is the best? My name is Goff Oscar, and I'm talking to you as an aviator to tell you that calling an aviator or asking an aviator which airline is the best is totally not the right thing to do. Your destination, your intention, the reason why you are going on the 3 will determine which airline you will pick, because people will not ask, okay, if you are saying don't say this airline is the best, so which one should I take? It depends on what you want to do. If you think it's an appointment that you need to get there on point and on time, the first thing you need to do is to check and book for an early flight that will take you to your destination. You need to give a buffer in case there is weather or operational visits. I'll give you an example. If you are going to Abuja, because the seat of power is in Abuja, you definitely will experience delay due to VIP movement, because there is the law there whereby if it's the president, it's 10 minutes before the flight, 10 minutes after the flight has landed or has departed, because it's a rule that is stipulated and is a law. Let's say it's a law and everybody must definitely follow the law. So if you book an airline and you are held in the air because of VIP movement, that does not hamper the airline's efficiency. because it's out of their hands. The same way if it's weather, it's out of the airline's hands. So delay or might not be at the beck and call, or might not be at the neck of that airline operator, because at that point it's beyond them. They are just going to wait for their turn or wait for weather improvement before they take the aircraft up in the air. Or so if you are going to a state like Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, you have to put that in place, like you give a buffer. If you think your appointment is for 9 a.m. or 10 a.m., hey, seriously, why not book a 7 a.m. flight? Any airlines you book or has a flight around 7 and 7:30 a.m., I am very sure you get your destination on time, and they will be termed the best. Because like I said, the best is for me termed as an airline that will meet your needs at that point in time. If you need to get to a place and you get there on time, they are the best. But if they cannot get there due to their own reasons, probably there's a snag or operational reason like late timing, then there might be issues. So where you want to go, the intention and the timing will determine which airline will serve your purpose at that time. So instead of giving a call and terming an airline the best, plan well, book ahead. If you have an appointment in a state for 10 a.m., book a flight around 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. No matter the delay or weather or anything that might cause a delay at that point, you might not have. It's rare for you to have an extended delay that will make you not meet your appointment at 10 a.m. or get to your destination 30 minutes or 1 hour before that time that you have your appointment. So, my name is Gov Oscar. What do you think? Do you think what you term your best airline, operational wise, is different from what I've just thought about? Get back to us on your feedback. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. And what do you do again? You share the video, you drop a comment. Like I said, it's a discussion. I'll be waiting for feedback from you. What do you need? What do you term as your best airline? For me, there is no best airline. Only airlines that can meet your purpose at that point in time that you need them. If you have less money and they can meet your cost, they can be termed the best airline. If you feel you need to get to a place as fast as possible, they could be your airline. If you feel you need that roomy environment, leg comfort, and you feel the big aircraft it is, then you could say it's your best airline. But they can be termed the best airline, but they can be termed the best aircraft or the best at that moment, not a crown that you think is on their head. Because like I said, every airline encounters different issues. So whichever one you term as the best might go through operational, weather, VIP movements, issue with navigational aids. It might even be runway caution. So will you now say an airline that landed before him or an aircraft that was able to make that flight is better than your best airline? No. It's just that they could provide that service to you at the right time. So, till next time when we have another discussion on aviation and other jargons, see you and bye.